Hi everybody, it's Christine from CLAldridgeArt, and I wanted to say hi and show you my face and say a personal thank you to everybody who has offered support, who has been so kind with the reception of this channel, and I also wanted you to see my face. So I even did the hair and the makeup, and as I was doing that, I noticed how gray I was getting. It's amazing. When you look at yourself on camera, you see all the changes over the years. I used to be really pretty, trust me, but I am a beautiful soul. How about that? One of the things I wanted to say was a thank you to all of the YouTubers who have coloring channels and who color independent artists. I've really been paying attention to that in the last few months, and there's a lot of love going on out there, and I really appreciate it. And speaking for the independent artists, I can tell you that it has not gone unnoticed. Just to give you an idea of the power of YouTube, if you have a color channel and you happen to be watching this, when Anne, over at A Colorful Life, who is the one who first introduced me to YouTube, and kind of came out of the clear blue sky. She asked me if I would like to, contacted me on Facebook and asked me if I would like to be a featured artist. At the time, I have my own coloring group, fan coloring group, and it had about 700 people. My artist page has about 3,500 people, and there's about 1,600 people in my friends list. And of course, I belong to a big artist consortium that talks a lot about drawing and what people are coloring and, you know, what directions to go next. Of course, everybody's independent. They draw what they want. But I guess I didn't really understand about the YouTube part. I understood about the coloring group part. And so, as it happens, Anne purchased, I would have sent them to her, but she purchased with her own money 3 of my books and did a flip through on the 20th of June. And immediately, absolutely immediately, my sales doubled. So does that give you guys an idea of the power that you have, you the colorists who have the big channels, or, you know, channels with a following, have in the marketplace? If you don't, I want you to know. Every single time one of you mentions one of my books, my sales go up. And that is a beautiful thing, trust me. And so I wanted to say an eternal thank you to you for that. And I mean, I realize that the things that I draw are not going to be for everybody. Right now, the craze seems to be for the pretty girl art. And there's nothing wrong with the pretty girl art. And there are some really talented artists who are drawing it. There's also the big-eyed girl art. And I'm really, really pleased to see the nice little town books. Tatiana Bogima Stilova, I want to say it's Stilova, her books are getting. Of course, most of us do publish with CreateSpace, which has recently become KDP, and it has been absorbed wholly into the Amazon, because Amazon bought CreateSpace, and then they had Kindle, which did ebooks. But so many people, when you're trying to maintain 2 companies, it's very difficult. So they went ahead and rolled us all into one. And so we're now all with KDP. And that's pretty cool. It's a kind of a new thing, so we're, as independent artists, we're not really sure if it's going to be exactly the same. I did just recently upload a book for my friend Sue Curry, and everything from that standpoint was actually easier. It was a nicer process, which was wonderful. So please keep supporting the independent artists. You really, really make a difference for all of us. And so I just wanted to say thank you, and here's to the power of YouTube, ColorTube, whatever. I'm very happy to be here among you. Thank you very much for listening. And this, by the way, I just wanted to show you, is my own coloring book stash. These are the ones that I own, that I have bought. There's a couple of Maria Trolls and a couple of Hannah Carlsons, just because I wanted to see what all the hoopla was about. They are beautiful books. They are beautifully published. They are wonderful paper, and I really like the art. It's part of what I do is study what you guys like. So if you like them, I like them. I've got Romantic Country, both of them. A copy of Dramenvanger, which is the Zemlys Nova. And I bought the three Kirby books. They're wonderful. Not the kind of art that I would ever be able to, I don't want to say be able to draw. I could certainly draw it. But it's not something that I have any inspiration to draw. One thing that I did want to show you, and I think it's in this one, is I like backgrounds. And so I've been working on a 2-page spread, and this one has, the way that Ari drew it, it only has the table and the food and the table and all of that. And so I've drawn in a complete background, windows, paintings, a grandfather clock, and I'm working on that now. It's sort of my spare time project. If by chance you're watching me for the first time and are unfamiliar with the art that I draw a series of books called the Flowers and series, and my motto is extraordinary coloring books for extraordinary people. I draw completely from my imagination. I have been accused of drawing mandalas, but I don't. At least I never think of them as mandalas, and never have. But like, this is a page from one of my books that I colored, and this is one that we're working on right now in a series of videos. I'm using Derwent Inktense on this. And this was the first book that I published. It's called Flowers and Dreams. There is also Flower Inspirations, and so there's lots of stuff going on in there. This is the way that Flowers and Dreams originally used to look, but about a year after I published it, I put a better cover on it. I think it's a better cover. Then there's Flowers and Whimsy, Flowers and Flyers, Flowers of Fantasy. There's also Flowers of Wonder. The newest one, which is Fantasy Flower Garden. And then there's a travel size book, which I have a copy of right here. Oops. There it is. This is the travel size book, and it basically features travel size. There's 12 each from the first 3 books. I'm going to be putting out another travel size book this year. which will feature drawings, travel size drawings from selected from my other books. And I have a brand new book, which will be out by the end of this month or the first week of November, depending upon how quickly I can get back to drawing. I know I wanted to say something else. What do you think it was? Well, if it comes to me, I will put it in my next video. In the meantime, thank you so much for listening. You can subscribe to me on Instagram. I am branded everywhere as CLAldridgeArt. All one word, CLALD art. Well, it's in the description. Just look at it. You can read it there. Spell my name for you. You can contact me by email. That's in my, on YouTube. But I'm on Instagram, Twitter, G+, which is Google. Obviously, I have an Etsy shop, CLAldridgeArt. I have a Spoonflower shop. I have a Redbubble shop. My art has been used, the colored art has been used for fabric lines, for tote bags, for everything from phone cases to pillowcases. I've got at Spoonflower and through the Roostery, I have an entire line of home decor items, pillows, upholstery fabrics, sewing fabrics, the whole 9 yards. At any rate, I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you for listening. Bye.